One of the things that has become noticeably apparent is these ads now, the obnoxious excess lawyer ads. Have you seen these? Of course you have, because they play them every other second. Now, look, I'm all for equal opportunity and freedom and all that stuff. And that when it comes to media, radio, and television, I'm all for it. But there comes a time when you see so many of these damn ads now between the medical ads, the pharmacy ads, and these lawyers. And by the way, if I'm a lawyer and I'm doing these ads, I guess you get some traction. Otherwise, you wouldn't be spending money on these ads. But my God, there comes a point where enough is enough. Self control. And I look at these and I'm like, some of them are comical. They're unintentionally hilarious. But the fact of the matter is they're overwhelming. They're on every other second. Now we have this new one, Sweet Bonnie, Sweet James, and this and that. And they show these stupid background shots of lawyers and they're pounding their fists and saying they're going to get you all this money and don't deal with the insurance companies. They don't like you. And it's one after another. That's all you watch. That's all you see. And we have no regulation. I'm not saying that you're going to censor these folks, but doesn't it add to the general hatred of lawyers? I mean, there's people now, they're doing ads. And the opening line is, I never liked lawyers. I hate lawyers. I don't even want to think I'm a lawyer, kind of a thing. Well, when you see these ads, they're just one after another. You're not going to have a very positive outlook or positive impression of attorneys, unless you need an attorney, I guess. But they just keep coming and coming and coming. And by the way, it's bad enough on television because they're in the cable hemisphere, but now they're also, well, they've been on radio. And oh my God, between that one local firm that brags that they're not an out of town lawyer firm, and they have this obnoxious woman who thinks her, what doesn't stink. Between that, and then you have these guys with the weird last name, and they're gonna fight for you, and it's on and on and on and on and on and on. My God. So look, all I'm saying is, you know what the irony of all this shit is? People don't want to discuss lawyers. Again, you need one, that's a different story. And you just so happen to be watching, and I guess you might be hooked or motivated to give a call to one of these mutants, but it doesn't help the overall impression of lawyers, which is pretty much people can't stand lawyers because generally they're in the process of doing some shit that has, really very irresponsible, morally speaking, and just wanting to get the buck. And I have no issues with really people who are in need, who've been wronged, maybe hit by a bus, what have you, slipped on a banana peel that should have been picked up in the supermarket. Okay, I get it. But the proliferation of these ads and sweet, what's his name, and all these guys, and they're going to fight for you, and the local, we don't come to you from out of state. We're right here in the Bay Area. We've been schmoozing you for 30 years, that kind of stuff. Enough of that. I'm tired of it. It's disgusting. It's imperatively bad. It smells to high heaven, and I just wanted to talk about that. You may agree or disagree. I think you're going to agree with me